Hey, listen, I wanted to talk to you today about soulmates and twin flames, but before I start, let me tell you that I'm on Patreon now. It's www.patreon.com/Light Insights. I don't know a whole lot about it yet. I am still trying to set it up. I know that there is a paid feature. I don't know if you have to pay. I'm not sure, but I know that it's $1 a month if that's the case. And if that's a problem, connect with me and we'll work it out. Because I'm just trying to open as many avenues as possible. So check me out over there. I haven't posted much already. I've only posted a couple stories. I know you can do videos too, but like I said, I'm just learning. So I'm going to stick with YouTube for a while. And the other thing is I'm still giving away that $100 Amazon gift card to whoever shares these videos. Share, comment, like, do a thumbs up, whatever. Anybody who participates and I reach 100 subscribers. I know that's not a lot for YouTube. Most people have like thousands and thousands, but I'm still getting there. I'm still new. So when I reach 100, when I look and see who shared, who's done this and that, one of you people, I'm going to pick a name out of that, and somebody's getting $100 gift card. So go ahead, do that. That would be really great. And um, I would really appreciate it if you share these around, share them on Facebook, whatever. I'm also on Facebook. It's facebook.com/Grace by Him one. That's my business page. Twitter, I couldn't tell you what it is. I think it's Light Insights, but I'm not sure. But check me out. Look me up everywhere. I'm on Google Plus, and I also have a meetups page. I haven't posted in that in a while, but sometimes I do meetups. So if you're in the local area, I want to do a meetups at the Tilton Inn in Tilton, New Hampshire. So if you're either in the area or if you are close enough and you can get there, and we'll probably live stream it too, just so that it'll be really cool because the place is supposed to be haunted. So I want to do a meetups there, and I'm going to get to that, and I will definitely let everybody know when it is. Okay. A soulmate is someone that on a soul level is brought into your life to show you, to bring up things, whether they speak it, whether they show it just by their actions, just by being them, just by your connection together, bring up things in you that need to change, that you need to be aware of, those sorts of things at a soul level. So we're talking, all of this is spiritual stuff. You may or may not like your soulmate. Sometimes they can, even if you don't like them, can finish your sentences. You know that this person is in your life for a reason. You know that they're supposed to be there. It may not feel like it's supposed to be a lifetime. They may even drive you crazy. Soulmates and twin flames, neither one have to be romantic. Oftentimes they are, but they don't have to be. You can have a friend, you can have a child, you can have a coworker, and they could be your soulmate or your twin flame. But there is a difference. So the soulmate, it brings up these things in you that you make you aware of them, things that need to change or things that you need to even promote. They can walk out of your life. A soulmate can walk out of your life, but it will always be somebody that it has made an impression on you, good or bad, or good or bad, an impression. They have made their mark in your life. You know that they were meant to be there, even if they were only there for 2 days. You know that they were meant to be there, and oftentimes you can let them go with ease. Not always, but soulmates aren't necessarily supposed to stay in your life. So when it's time for them to go, if you don't let them go, it can be really hard. A twin flame is a little bit different, a lot different actually. A twin flame is your other part. It's your other half. You feel that this person not only is meant to be in your life, but it's eerily like, what did I do without them? Like, say you don't meet your twin flame until you're 50 something. You'll find yourself thinking, what did I do before them? It almost brings up this sense of emptiness that you may have not even known was there before. It's like, wow, so now this hole, this void is filled. That's a twin flame. And also another difference is the twin flame together with you. So now you have your counterpart. So now it's not just on a personal level. Now the two of you are meant to work together to change something for the whole. Does that make sense? It's bigger, it's deeper, both on a spiritual level. Both are dealing with soul, dealing with spirit. it's way beyond the physical, way beyond the physical, both of these. So how do you know if you met your twin flame, or how do you know if it's even a soulmate? I'm going to give you a few different bullet points, and you can check these out and know if you've met your twin flame. And if you have, what do you do with that? Oftentimes, when your twin flame comes into your life, it comes at a time when you're either not ready for it, or you don't think you're ready for it. You're always ready for it when it happens, but either you think you're not ready for it, or the situation that you're in, it doesn't really easily fit together for the two of you to be together. There could be a major problem, especially if this is something that is going to be big spiritually. So the two of you together are like dynamite, and there are going to be negative forces that try to keep you apart. So your twin flame will, once you meet, once you connect, you can forcibly push this person out of your life, or vice versa, and you'll always come back around again, somehow, some way. Synchronicity, the universe, God will bring you together again. Life's about choices. So sometimes we can lose our twin flame, maybe through death, maybe something shifts in the atmosphere and that person goes by way of death, or possibly you do everything you can to push this person out of our life. Now, although they'll continue to come back around, there will be reasons that they'll come back around. The angels will keep sending them back, it, it, you can always choose not to have that. You can push it away. I mean, it's all about choices, but you'll have this sense of emptiness. You'll have this void. And we got to remember that this existence, this physical existence, this earthly existence, is this big in the big scheme of things. There is eternity. So if you've met your twin flame and you feel like you blow it, well, while you're here, you're going to have other chances. But if something happens and you don't, if they die, sometimes people take their own lives, and suicide totally blows everything that is planned out. It tilts that, it changes that. So say your twin flame takes their own life, well, that just shifted everything for you. But again, this earthly existence is this big, so there is an eternity after, and you will see that person again. We're talking about on a spirit level here, not just a physical level. Although when you meet your twin flame, or when you meet a soulmate, you're going to know that person was in my life for a reason, even if you talk to them for only an hour. I remember I met this woman, my former husband's grandmother, actually. Unfortunately, I did not get to know her for a long time. I only met her twice. The second time I met her, I spent 4 hours just one-on-one with her. She had a brain injury, a brain tumor, and back then when they removed it, and they still do sometimes today, they really messed her up. So she seemed like she had the after effects of like a stroke, and she was very difficult to communicate with. But you know what? Those 4 hours totally changed my life. I treasure those 4 hours. She passed away shortly after that. And when she passed away, it was the first time in my life, and the only time since, I've never felt it since, my knees actually gave out on me. You know, when people say they get weak in the knees and they pass out, that's the only time that ever happened to me. It was at her services. This woman was a soulmate of mine. She wasn't a twin flame, but she was a soulmate. She was somebody that was supposed to be there. She made such an impact on me. And because of her, my life shifted just that much. We won't know how much we affect people. We may never know. Those people may never know. I don't know what my life would be like if I didn't meet Anna, but I know that she was a very, very important part of my life. So I would look at her as soulmate. She touched me on a spiritual level. So you could meet somebody for a day, for 20 years, for a lifetime, for an hour, and they could be a soulmate. But a twin flame is different. A twin flame is like your counterpart. So I'm going to give you a few different bullet points, 14 or 15. I'm not sure if there's 14 or 15, but to how do you know if you met your twin flame? But if, like I said, if they die, if something happens and they're no longer in your life, if you're separated by circumstances, if you're separated by your own foolish choices, you will meet them again in the next existence. So these people are at a soul, not even soul, a spirit level, and they will be a part of your life. They're a part of your makeup, Okay, it's almost like they're your other half. Okay, so first, how do you know? First and foremost, when you meet this person, they seem familiar. You may be finding yourself saying, have I met him or her before? Or even if you know that you know that you know that you haven't, there's a recognition, there's a safety in that person, and you'll both feel it immediately. It's not just a connection, it's a recognition. Number two, you know immediately upon meeting them, hello, how are you? You know they're going to be an important part of your life. You just know it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. You just know it. You might go home feeling like, what is the reason I met this person? You know, you might find yourself thinking about them. You just met them for 5 minutes, or maybe you didn't even meet them. You just um, they had made a comment on Facebook or on some other social platform or something, and you find yourself lost in thought about this person for days and days and days. I mean, it's weird stuff like that. Number three, there's an absolute immediate connection on a deep level. You may find yourself talking and you both like things that are just odd, or you thought they were odd, or you've had the same experiences. You just connect in such a way that you haven't connected with people that you've known for 30 years, you know. Number five, you're able to be real with this person. You can be your authentic self. You don't feel like you have to hide anything. And that's from the get-go. That's from jump. We all put on our appearances that we want the world to see. We all have our best foot forward when we meet people. With these people, right from jump, you're going to feel like you can be your authentic self, even if it's something that you generally hide, from the public or whatever. Number six, your dark side is balanced by their light side and vice versa. So let's say that you have a massive temper and you're trying to work on that, but you're having a hard time getting it under control. This person will be calm, will not have a temper, will be patient. You play off each other. Say he or she is an introvert, you're going to be very social, so it's like you play off each other. It's not, yes, will they, by their calmness, show you your temper? They don't have to speak it, but yes, they will, and you will want to try it to change that, just like you would with a soulmate. But it's different. It's like there's a safety in it. Not that you're just going to say, okay, good, I can have a temper because he or she is calm. You're still going to want to change it, but it's like that other half of you. Number seven, they make you a better person just by being in your life. They don't have to do or say anything, but just by being in your life, they make you a better person. You strive to be better. Just when they're around, you're better, just because there's no rhyme or reason to it. You just know that you're a better person because of that person. Number eight, you're fine-tuned into each other. In other words, say, at the rest of they're at a party, you're at a party or a group gathering, and somebody says or does something that kind of triggers something inside that person. Even if you just met, you are going to see where other people may not see there's something wrong. You're so finely tuned in that you can pick it up, even if they're the master of disguises, and vice versa. They'll be able to pick it up. What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What makes you tick? It's just like a fine tune. You're finely tuned. It's like you have that satellite connection between each other. You don't have to say it. Sometimes you can read their thoughts, or they can read yours. They finish your sentences, you finish theirs. Even, like I said, right from the start, it's amazing to you. You feel like how is this even possible? But yet at the same time, there's a comfort in it. Number nine, you feel like you've been waiting for this person for a long time. So as soon as you meet them, it's like, oh, I missed you, but you've never met them before. You feel like you've been waiting. Even if you haven't, even, like I said before, it doesn't have to be a romantic person. Doesn't have to be on that level. Many times it is. And it's nice when it is, because then you have more than just this great partnership. You have this, remember in Jerry Maguire, You Complete Me? That's a twin flame. Um, so your twin, number 10, your twin flame is like a mirror to your fears and your desires. So they like hold a mirror up to you, and you will see your fears. You will see your passions. Maybe something that's dead inside that you haven't felt in a long time. All of a sudden will awaken your passions, fears inside of you that you may have been holding in. Now all of a sudden they surface. And so they show you so much about you, but it's not just like a soulmate. I mean, yes, it is, very similar as to what a soulmate does, but you know that you're safe. You know that you're safe with that person. They're not only mirroring to you what's inside of you, there's a safety in letting it out. Remember, I said you could be your authentic self. Number 11, you can't break free. Oftentimes, like I said, when we meet, there are negative entities, and I know people think I'm crazy for that, but there are negative energies and negative entities. They certainly don't want you with your twin flame, because if you're with your twin flame, forget about it, because you two together are powerful. You're absolutely up. I mean, you're a power team. So there are going to be forces of this world and of the next that are going to try to keep you apart. But no matter what, you can't break free. I mean, you could say, okay, I'm done. And a lot of times, because of the intenseness, the energy of this connection, there may be, I mean, you could be, and you're so fine tuned into each other that if one or the other is not at an emotional level to handle this, or maybe they've never had any kind of spiritual experience and now all of a sudden, boom, it's dumped on them. It could bring up a lot of stuff within the people, and it could be really explosive. I'm not talking about abusive, because twin flames don't abuse each other, but it could be explosive. And you may feel like, okay, wait a minute, I got to break free from this. I got to go back to like quote unquote normal life. But you can't. You're always drawn right back. It's like, why do I feel so drawn to this person? Because they're your twin flame. Number 12, there's always one that is a little more advanced than the other in the spiritual realm. So that person will kind of take on the role of teacher in the spiritual aspect. The other person usually has some kind of, and we all do, we all have knowledge that the other person doesn't have. So you may find yourself in role of teacher, student, lovers, friends, in different roles like that. So you take on different roles within the relationship, but they're all very, very important, and neither one will ever feel criticized or put down. If you have all these like high intense emotions, but yet you feel like you're in an abusive relationship, or you feel like you're being criticized or always kind of watched or judged, it's not your twin flame. Even if you feel like you can't break free of this person, because sometimes we don't break free of our abusers too. So don't get that mixed up, okay? If they're putting you down, if they're not making you a better you by being around, it's not your twin flame. Even if it is a matter of maturity, it's not your twin flame. There's never abuse in these relationships. Number 13, this person will never try to change you. Back to the criticism. They're not going to criticize you. They're not going to judge you. They're not going to ridicule you, and they're not going to try to change you. They're going to love you exactly where you're at. And if you never grew, they'll be sad for you, but they will never try to change you. It truly is like an unconditional love. If you have children, and you have a good connection with your children, then you know what unconditional love is. You want that person to grow. You want that person to be all that they can be. But there's nothing in this world or the next that can break that love. You might get mad at them. You might be upset with them. You may be hurt by them, but you will never stop loving them. That's how your twin flame is. They don't try to change you. They will talk to you. They want to help you grow. They will show you just by the relationship, without even saying anything, the things that you do need to be aware of and that you do need to change. But they will never impose their will on you. They will never try to change you. They'll never make you feel like you're unworthy or not worth it, or you're, not good enough. Never. That doesn't happen with twin flames. Number 14, together you can move mountains. You can absolutely move mountains. So if you just give in and accept this relationship and grow together, the two of you will do something great together. And it won't be something just for the two of you. I mean, many couples are like power couples, and they together they build their own lives, and it's great, and for their children and all that. This is beyond that. This will be something great that benefits you, your children, whatever, but also benefits the world. Now, I'm talking like couples, but it can also be a friend. It can also be maybe a child. It can be maybe a boss. Maybe you go into business together. Whatever it is, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with that will help the community as a whole, the world as a whole, depending on how big this thing is. It could be a small community thing. It could grow to be like a national thing. It could grow to be like a international thing, but it will always be for the benefit of the whole. Number 15, this is your other half. So not only will you feel like, hey, I've been waiting for you, I've missed you, you will feel, like I said, the whole Jerry Maguire thing, you complete me. So it's not like I need you and without you, I'm nothing. It's more like I didn't know that my other half was gone until I met you. I didn't know that I wasn't complete until I met you. You feel as if it's two pieces of a puzzle put together, and now there's a hole. And if that person, God forbid, does go away, dies, something happens, you have that void there. And nobody can fill the void of a twin flame other than the twin flame. That's just the way it is. So if you are blessed to meet your twin flame, don't fight it. Let it in. Let it in and move forward, because together, not only are you going to grow, not only are you going to be the best you that you can be, you're gonna do wonders for this world or maybe the next. You know, you're gonna really help people in a way that is spiritual, in a way that is moving, in a way that will change their lives. You will be more than just a power couple that does good for each other. You will do wonders, absolute wonders. So if you've met that, hey, congratulations, good for you, and God bless you. You know, not everybody is meant to do this kind of thing, but do pay attention. Pay attention to the people that come into our lives, because they're there for a reason. I hope this helped you a little bit, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I will be back with some more stuff. See you on the next video. Guys, thanks for watching. I just wanted to say thank you and how much I appreciate you guys. I am so happy with all of my YouTube subscribers. Please share, comment. I like to read your comments, and if there's any subject that you would like to talk about specifically, please let me know. Okay, I'm trying to try out Patreon too. If you want to check that out, that's great too. They're taking away fan funding, so I'm just going to mention my paypal.me/Light Insights, or there is a GoFundMe page, which is gofundme.com/please help my friend. That's a friend that did that for me. But you know what, you guys, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for listening and for supporting me. And I still have that $100 gift card to Amazon. I want to give it away. Let me get up to 100. All right, I'll give it to whoever shares. You know, I mean, what I'm going to do is put everybody's name that shares, comments, and participates in a hat. When I reach 100, I'm picking one out, and you're getting the $100 gift card. I want to give it away. $100 to Amazon. That's pretty good. All right, you guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next video.